In the last video of Snowflake Bootcamp, we explored what RBAC means and why it matters. Now let's dive into specific roles in Snowflake and see who does what. Think of Walmart as a big organization running multiple departments like data analytics, finance, supply chain, and HR systems. Each department has its own responsibilities, and naturally, you need different people handling different tasks. Snowflake roles work the same way. They define who can do what and at what level, from organization wide control down to account specific tasks. To make it easier to follow, let's see how these roles map to Walmart's departments in their day to day operations. Snowflake comes with a set of built in system defined roles. Let's start at the very top with the highest level of control in Snowflake, that is Global OrgAdmin. The scope of this topmost role in Snowflake is to perform organization wide tasks such as managing the entire account lifecycle from creation to closure and viewing usage across the organization. This role exists only in the organization account. For example, in the Walmart organization, the global OrgAdmin can oversee all Snowflake accounts for the internal departments like data analytics, finance reporting, supply chain, and HR systems. They can create a new account for a new Walmart division and enforce organization-wide standards. And there is something called OrgAdmin role, but Snowflake has claimed that this OrgAdmin role will be phased out in the future release. So the admins are encouraged to use global OrgAdmin role instead. Next one is AccountAdmin role. It is the highest level role within the single Snowflake account and can manage all account level operations, creating roles, managing users, setting permissions, and overseeing security and resource usage. For example, in Walmart's data analytics Snowflake account, the account admin can create new roles for analysis, grant access to specific databases, adjust warehouse sizes for performance, and enforce account level security settings. But only for that one account, not across all Walmart accounts. Clear? Next one, SecurityAdmin. This role manages all access within a single Snowflake account, deciding which users and roles can see or do what. And this will be done by granting or revoking privileges on any object in that account. That means it also inherits the abilities of UserAdmin, which we are going to discuss the next. For instance, in Walmart's data analytics Snowflake account, the security admin can give certain analysts access to specific datasets, revoke outdated permissions, and ensure new hires have the correct roles for their work. Let's go through the next role, that is user admin. This role is dedicated to managing people and their permissions within a single Snowflake account. It can create new users, define new roles, and update any users or roles its own. To modify a user or role, the user admin must either be the owner of that specific user or role or having higher privileges. For example, in Walmart's finance reporting Snowflake account, the user admin can create new user accounts for finance team members, set up appropriate roles for them to access finance data, and manage their permissions all within that account. Now that we have seen security admin and user admin, you might be wondering if account admin can do everything that both security admin and user admin do, why have separate roles for security admin and user admin? The answer lies in a security best practice, that is separation of duties. By delegating user and access management to security admin and user admin, you reduce the risk of mistakes or misuse. And it also makes auditing permissions easier and safer. Next comes SysAdmin, that is system administrator. This role has broad privileges in your Snowflake account, including the ability to create key objects like warehouses, databases, and other objects such as schemas, tables, views, etc. Let's talk a bit about this role in a hierarchy, because Snowflake suggests setting up a role hierarchy where you can create custom specialized roles like data analyst and link them to SysAdmin role. This makes SysAdmin a central point of control because SysAdmin owns the top level objects like databases and warehouses, and it can grant permissions to other roles. To be clear, a SysAdmin can give the custom role data analyst the permission to use a specific warehouse or read data from a database. This means SysAdmin can control everything the custom roles can do. For example, in Walmart's supply chain Snowflake account, the SysAdmin can create new warehouses for data processing, set up databases for inventory tracking, and assign access permissions to the teams that need them. Now that we have covered UserAdmin and SysAdmin, if you are wondering how these two roles differ since both deal with permissions in Snowflake, here is the difference. UserAdmin focuses on managing users and roles, creating user accounts, assigning roles, and controlling who can access Snowflake and with what permissions. On the other hand, SysAdmin manages Snowflake objects and resources like warehouses, databases, schemas, and tables, and grant access to these objects. In short, UserAdmin manages the people and their roles, while SysAdmin manages the data and compute resources they use. Finally, let's look at the default role that every user automatically gets. That is public. This is a special role that every user and every role in Snowflake automatically gets. It can own objects like tables or views, just like any other role. But here is the key. Anything that public role owns is automatically accessible to everyone in the account. It's usually used for data or resources that don't need restrictions, where everyone should have the same access. Example: in Walmart's supply chain Snowflake account, a common holiday calendar table could be owned by public, so all teams can see it without needing special permissions. That's a wrap on Snowflake roles, from OrgAdmin at the top to public for everyone. You now know who can do what in your account. Now that we understand the different roles in Snowflake, in the next lesson, we'll get our hands dirty and create roles, assign them to users, and grant permissions so you'll see it all in action. See you in the next one.